Powered by Riverside FM.
What I was trying to say is that if I can change,
Я думаю, что каждый тоже изменился
and
сегодня.
you can change,
Вы можете измениться.
everybody can change.
Каждый может измениться.
You're listening to WildFireRadio.com presents the Jerry Torres program. No bad news, no sad news, no politics, no religion, just happy fun stuff. And now, here's your host, Jerry Torres.
Five-time Emmy Award-winning anchor Ron Burgundy and Tits McGee.
Now go to that voodoo that you do so
What the hell has happened? Oh my God.
Asking for a friend.
Yeah. That's what you do. Oh my God. I don't think, do I have it loud enough? Do I? Hold on, let me see. Damn, hold on. Let me see what the hell happened to my thing. It's loud. I can hear it. Oh, what the hell? Oh, wait a minute. Wait, ooh. Bingo. Okay, good. I got it. Y'all. Welcome everyone to another episode of the Jerry Torres program. Where today's letter is the letter R. Oh my God, man. What a day I had yesterday. I couldn't even do my podcast yesterday. I had to clean out the basement. I had to rake the leaves in my front and backyard. And then after that, it was laundry, and then after laundry, I had to start my AI thing, and I've been practicing with the AI a lot lately, and I'm going to take some courses to really master it because I'm determined to learn. Now, I'm not being lazy, I'm not procrastinating. It's just that now's the time for me not to delay on this, because the more I learn, the better I feel. So right now it's I'm just writing things down so that way I can remind myself. So I'm touching it here, I'm playing it with it there. Like last night I did open mic, and it came to me as soon as I walked into the club. I was like, man, what if my idol, the late great Richard Pryor, introduced me on the stage? So the next thing you know, I took a picture of the stage, and then I have a picture of Richard Pryor in his red suit. And then after that, I was like, okay, now let me see what I can do when I get home. And of the learning that I'm practicing on, I came home and moved a little here, touched it up there. I'm gonna drink my coffee now. Hold on, man, before I fall asleep. Hot damn it. Oh my God. Oh, it feels good. So then I am I'm playing with it. I came home and I said, hey, Richard Pryor on the stage, and then boom, AI did it. He put him on the stage. And then I said, okay, how about if Richard Pryor introduced me? Now, what I didn't do was try to grab something that simulates his voice. And that's the one thing I didn't do. And the reason why, I was in a rush. Now, normally when I get an idea and I want to post it up, I try my best to post it up as soon as possible, because if I don't, someone else is going to take the idea. Next thing you know, I can't do it. Yeah. I become those people that are like, what another one does, they're going to do the same thing. And it's like, oh my Lord. Like right now, they're doing the look into my eyes, would I lie to you, baby? It's an old 80s song. And now like women are singing it now. It's like, oh my Lord, this is the new trend. So I was like, oh God. So I came home and added a little touch up here, a little touch up there. And then finally I got it to where I want it to be. And I was relieved. I was like, okay, now I'm going to post it. So I went to my editing site, and I edited a little here, a little there. And then after that, I was satisfied with what I got. So the next thing you know, I just posted it up. I was like, this is so much better. Yeah. So after I posted it up, I managed to be a little satisfied when I saw it happen. Because it is awesome to see the late great Richard Pryor, and AI did a great job. They didn't alter his face. They didn't add a little tattoo on his neck, whatever. I mean, like they did it perfectly as the late great Richard Pryor. I was like, perfect, thank you. And I was relieved. I was like, please don't add something or change something or make him white, And next thing you know, it was perfect. The Richard Pryor, and I was like, oh, thank God. I was relieved. I was happy. And the only thing I didn't do was his voice. Hey, everybody, how you all doing? You know what I mean? I was like, damn it, man. There is an app that can do that, but I didn't have time. I just wanted to post it up as soon as possible. Because imagine if your favorite idol that passed away many moons ago introduces you and you hang out with him. That'd be nice, Yeah, man. That to me, I was like, I wasn't overwhelmed. I didn't cry or nothing. I was like, man, thank you, Richard. I was like, wow. Yeah, so that's what I did yesterday at the club. And I tried new material last night. And, the thing is about open mic. When you go to an open mic comedy club, my friend Anthony, who's been teaching me for a very long time, is that you always use your old material because that's the one that works the strongest. And I understand it completely. But open mic is basically like, hey, I got new material. I want to try it out. You can't be afraid to try new material. And that's what I did last night. I was like, oh, I got some new material. Let me do it. I haven't done it in a while. So the next thing you know, I am, hold on for 1 second here. Oh, there it is. So I'm moving it to a little zing there, little zang there. And I was like, okay, all right, this works. This doesn't work. Then I played with the audience, a little bit and then went back to the material again. I wasn't discouraged or upset, but I was like, damn it, I got 5 minutes. That's the normal time of open mic is 5 minutes, right? Hold on. Oh, I love my coffee. So I was like, damn it, man, I need more than 5. But you know what? It is what it is. I accepted it. And I was like, you know what? Screw it. I'll do it. There was more. And there's another thing about this club. You can bring your set list with you on the stage because it's open mic. You know what I mean? You're trying new material. Some people look at their phone. I bring my little notes with me and I keep it in my hand. So I can glance through it, a little here, a little there, So after that, I got off stage and hung out for a little bit. And I came home and the Jets and the Patriots were playing and everybody's, oh, the Patriots are doing great. In my mind, I'm thinking, really? They're 9-2. Okay, yeah, but they're not going to go to nowhere now. They fired the head coach of the Giants. I know that. Why didn't they do that last year? I don't understand. They had to wait and wait and wait. You know what? Let's wait a while. He'll improve. He'll get better. No. Oh my God. Wait a minute. Oh, thank God. All right, give me 1 second, people. Oh my God, I have blown my nose. So it was a point in time where the Giants fans were happy, content, but it is what it is. He's out. Now the assistant coach is taking over. Because the head coach didn't really give a damn. He didn't care. Oh my God. So let's see what we got. Hold on. Where's my sports section at? There we go. The sports section with Jerry Torres. That's right. Wait, that'll be a new segment. Sports section with Jerry Torres. Why, thank you. Where the hell is it? Oh, my God. Oh, my Lord. You got to be kidding me. I can't find my referee sound effects. Hold on. All right. Anyway, so it was to a point where the Giants had a horrible season. They were getting bad calls. They weren't basically doing what they were supposed to do, and that's win games or go somewhere or be in a position where they hopefully have a status to go to the Super Bowl or playoff. Nope. Just keep playing, guys, and just end the season. Like the Jets, I don't know if their head coach is going to get fired, but they're not winning games. I'm like, ooh, boy. It's a sad season for the Jets. But by far, it's now week 11, and, there's a lot of teams with great potential. Well, Eagles, okay. Detroit, okay, So we'll see what happens, man. It's usually by week 13, that's when you can tell who's going, who's not going. But I know the Giants ain't going nowhere. The Jets ain't going nowhere. The Raiders ain't going nowhere. So way too early to say, way too early to make the call. So for right now, just keep your fingers crossed, see who's going, because there's a game on Sunday in España, and then I think that's a 9 o'clock game, 9 o'clock in the morning game. Oh, are you crazy? And then after that, it's the usual, the 1 o'clock and the 4 o'clock game. Right now, it's a sad season for the Giants, sad season for the Jets. I mean, we'll see what happens, man. We'll see I would say, let's see what happens this Sunday, because this is where you can tell who's going, who's not going. Oh my God, I got an itch in my nose. That's unbearable. Damn it. There you go. I got it. I didn't stick my finger in it. I had to stick a tissue. I know it's disgusting, but still, I got a damn itch. I was in my nose, and I had to get it up there. Oh, shut up. So I had to dig up in there, and I was like, oh, my God, I feel it really. I was about to stick a Q-tip in there. All right, hey. Anyway. Oh, my God. So, you know what? I think I'll get on TikTok live for a little while. Let me see here. Binga, binga, boom, 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 bip. All right, skip that. Go on here. Slamma, bama, bama. Make the announcement. All right. Hey, everybody. I am on TikTok live right now, the Jerry Torres program. If you're interested in joining me, please do. I'm on live. I'll be talking about, I don't know, whatever. Anyway, join me. I'm on now, later. All right. And then put that there. Live now. Teepy tappa tupa there. Live now. Bam. And then post it. And then I go on here. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. There we go. And then I go on here. Sorry about that. That was way too loud. Damn it. All right. Oh, my God. All this technical stuff. All right. And let me on here. Turn the camera there. There we go. All happy and content. Hey. All right. So let's see who we have where I can say hi. Oops. I tapped the screen a little too quick. All right. Get on here. Ooh, babba dabba dare. Eliba dabba dooba her. Samma dama. Bang bam. All right. Damn, I'm not too high. So people like in the background, people are expecting, hey, he's gonna play music in the background. I'll be honest with you, I gotta be careful because TikTok and some other affiliates of the internet are pretty much cracking down on copyrighted music that plays in the background. Listen, if you speak over it, you're fine. If you play the whole song, you're not fine. You know what I mean? Because they want to get paid. So for me to play music in the background, it's a big no-no. Maybe some like instrumental, like jazz music or something. Leah Vanessa Tiger. She wants to come on as a guest, but there's that language barrier in Deutschland. I mean, you know what? God, I know I should have typed it up on Google Translate, but I didn't have time. You know what? There's an AI that can translate my English into other languages. I was like, ooh, I should download that. Because my friend Leah Vanessa Tiger, who's all the way from Deutschland, Germany, that'll be great. And I wish you can understand every word I say. Oh, Jerry is speaking my language. Guten Tag. And I'm like, yeah, girl, I got the German. Bitte, baby. If anyone remembers Blazing Saddles, sheesh, man. Oh man, it was a nice, very cool, brisk day. I love it, man. I love it. I'm telling you, this weather makes me happy. Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm the type of guy.
I love it.
Yep. What the hell is this? Yeah. So I'm the type of guy that ever since I was a kid and the weather was like cloudy and rainy, I felt so good about that type of weather because I was like, damn, I get to stay home. Now, mind you, I was a kid back in those days, so there was like no such thing as internet, cell phones, no playing games on an app. It wasn't like that in my day. Like, damn it, I can't believe I just said that and I revealed my age. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm gonna sound like this guy right here. Jeez, man.
When I was your age, we didn't have phones.
Man, well, I'm gonna sound like that guy.
I don't know. Ask your mother.
Sheesh.
Oh, forget it.
Oh my god, what the hell is wrong with my sound mic? Hold on, people. It's no wonder it's going down and not up. There we go. Oh my lord. There we go. Something is not working. All right, hold on. I take this out, I put this back on. Okay, testing, 1, 2, 3. Okay, now. So then I slam a bam of this here. There we go. And then it's my special design speaker that I have that I connect it to my mic. There we go. Hey. Oh my god. All right, so now let's hear that again. Okay, here we go.
When I was your age, we didn't have phones.
Yeah, there you go. Man, I was wondering what the hell's wrong with my thing. It's not even, I can't even hear anything. Where's Leah Vanessa Tiger? Can somebody tell me where Leah Vanessa Tiger is? Oh my god. Anyway, so the reason why I like people, okay, I get this a lot, and people always ask me, Jerry, why is the hell do you like cool or cold weather? Because I get to stay home. You know what I mean? I'm more relaxed and I could focus. Believe it or not, my concentration is so much better when the weather's cold or it's raining or snow. I get to stay at home, be in front of my laptop, and I would write things. I would create things. Now with this AI thing that I'm so seriously on right now, now I can really create things. And I'm typing, writing scripts, writing ideas, and everything is flowing like a turd in the toilet. Yes, flowing. Like a nice urine stream. That's how it is, flowing. Bad analogy, but still, But I managed to get the things that I really want to get done. All right, who the hell is messaging me? Hello, Vicky, and I don't know if she stayed or went. And hello, Jeffrey Jacobs. How you doing, bud? So, and that's why it's like for me, when I was a kid, there was no such thing. Like I said, no laptops, no tablets, no AI, no apps, nothing like that. It was books and television. That was it, and comic books and newspapers and magazines. Yes, we actually read, people. Okay, so whenever the weather was like cloudy, cold, brisk, snow, rain, I would be at home and I would just play with my toys, or read my comic books and like, cartoons that last long like now. Now cartoons are like 24/7. Cartoons came at a certain time, like 12, like 11, no, 12 o'clock, and they would last all the way to like 2 late in the afternoon, like 2 or 3, and then that's when the shows come on. And that was the shows that were pretty much airing shows from the 60s, like the Monkeys, Wild Wild West, Time Tunnel, and all those shows that used to come on a lot, but they were repeats. And I was staying home, Gilligan's Island, the original Star Trek series. They even had Planet of the Apes. Yes, the TV series. I'll look it up. If you all don't believe me, I used to watch that. And that was the only thing that I could do when I was a kid. It was too cold to go out, So, sorry, I'm drinking my coffee. And I felt great. I was like, oh, I was so happy happy as a clam. How is a clam happy when they can't smile? Well, can they smile? Can a clam smile? Anyway, so I managed to when I was at A, I just managed to do what I can to entertain my mind, you know. I didn't pick up the writing thing till I was like in my late teens. And people, oh, well, you're not a writer, you need a certificate, a degree, or whatever. I was like, you don't. If you're a talented writer, you know, you're a writer. Period. Like I wrote my very first script. It was a bitch, but I managed to write it, and thank God with these courses on YouTube. And there's a book. I keep telling the story. There's a book that I read that was fantastic for script writers. And listen, I'm not a master script writer, but I did the best that I could to come up with it. So, now with weather like this, when COVID was around, I was like, I managed to do what I can to entertain myself. Hello, MW. And she left. Goodbye. Who needs you? Where's Leah Vanessa Tiger? Where is my buddy at? Oh, my Lord. That woman is getting the best of me. Oh, my God. Oh, my God, man. So, yeah, that's why I tell people that's why I love cold, cloudy, brisk, rainy weather, because now I get to stay home, and relax. Oh, my God. I didn't want to take a nap. I woke up this morning and I ran my 3 miles on my treadmill, right? Then I took a shower, got cleaned up, and I went to Walmart, went grocery shopping, got the things that I needed, come back home, right? And I'll tell you what happened yesterday. So next thing you know, I'm putting everything away, and I look at the house, I'm like, damn it, the house needs cleaning. So next thing you know, the vacuum, the mop, and I'm like throwing stuff away. We're getting a new toaster. Our old toaster still works, but I was like, you know what? We need a new one. Excuse me. So, and all of a sudden, I'm like, oh my God, I got to take out the garbage. Then it's garbage, then the recycle. I was like, damn it. It's a pattern and a routine that constantly happens with me all the time. And that pisses me off because I keep thinking, you know what? I'm a responsible guy. I take care of everything and I know what I'm doing, So next thing you know, I'm like, oh my God, I just want to write. I just want to, I don't want to take a nap because next thing you know, I don't get everything done. All of a sudden, I get everything done. I almost thinking I got everything done. I said, okay, took out the recycle, took out the garbage, vacuum, mopped. Let me see. I cleaned here, cleaned there, took out a few more things, and all of a sudden I'm like, hey, I'm Mayo. Damn it, I got to vacuum the inside of my car. And I grabbed the mini vacuum, go to the car, vacuum everything in there. I was like, oh my God, what the hell do I do to myself when I see crumbs and like what is it? Like I have no idea. It's like I see all this dust and dirt. Listen, I like a clean inside car, outside and inside. Okay. People are like, damn, dude, I have these rags that pick up dust, right? If I see dust on my dashboard, I start wiping. I was like, I don't want to see dust. Then I have a little feather duster. Yes, I do. Now I bought a miniature vacuum. It is a small vacuum. I left it in my car, but it's good, damn it, because I love a clean inside car. I didn't armor all it. I didn't do any of that because now that the weather's colder and it can still do damage to leather, but still it was not as much as when it's a hot, bright, near the mercury temperatures days, But I figured, you know what? I'll wait till next week. I'll do that. I will wax the inside of my car, armor all it next week. Because everyone knows when you armor all a car, it's pretty much you do it when it's hot weather because you don't want the sun damaging the leather. So I do it like that. But during the winter time, it's like maybe once a month. You know what I mean? I was like, let me armor all the inside. I'll armor all it again next month, In January, I'm armor all it again. Oh, man. Oh, Leah Vanessa Tiger. She left me for another man. Oh, hold on. Why is it my nose? Oh my God. Anyway. So next thing you know, I finished vacuuming the inside of my car. I put everything away. And as of yesterday, I was busy again. But I managed to get everything done within 2 hours yesterday. I had to really clean out the basement again. I bought another two more containers to put stuff in there. So I went to my brother and I told, listen, anything that you have, keep. Anything you don't want, let me know. I'm about to throw it out, and I'm going to throw it out ASAP. Says, I'm tired of, we get junk, we put it down there, and the basement becomes like a warehouse, junk store, supply store, whatever, of stuff that we're like, what the F are we doing? How much crap we're going to be putting in this basement? No more. So the next thing you know, I told my brother, listen, anything you have right now, find it. Whatever you want to keep, grab it. Whatever you don't want, let me know. And that way I could just throw it out. So, and that's what he did. He said, oh, I like these shirts. There were some shoes. There's a lot of paperwork. We're not going to throw those away because we're going to look at them. Anything that's like past 20 years, we're going to we don't shred. Well, okay, we do shred our documents. But we have this small little grill, and we kind of like burn everything. It's kind of like the FBI and the CIA crashing down, quick, burn everything, destroy the evidence. I kind of feel like I'm doing that. I was like, but wait a minute, this checkbook is from 1987. What the hell? No, seriously, we found a checkbook that was from 1987. We found another checkbook from 1985. And I was like, oh my God, Dad doesn't throw this crap away. Even though the account number is not the same anymore, but still, And I was like, what do we do with these checkbooks and documents that are like from 40, 30, 50 years ago? It's like, burn them, shred them, whatever. And that's what we did. But yesterday, my brother was grabbing his shirts. He was grabbing his leather jackets that he had. He had these two shoes. Like, hey, I haven't worn these in a while. He found like a big box of hats. And I was like, dude, don't wear those. Clean them first, man. All that years down here, and they were pretty cool hats. I was like, okay, So he found his hats. He was all happy, and then, okay. So then I said to him, hold on, my soundboard's down. Damn it. There we go. And get this up. All right. So he was, all right, I think I got enough juice. All right. I was charging my tablet because it was dying. All right. So let's see if it works. Here we go. There you go. I got my grandpa. So I managed. So next thing you know, I was organizing my basement. All right. I was sweeping, throwing out the garbage, throwing out everything that was around. Next thing you know, I grabbed all the containers and I put them on the high level, just in case. It's for walking room. That's what I did it for, to make walking room. Damn it! So I put them on the shelves, all of them. We got like maybe 10 containers of stuff, my stuff, personally. My props, my Nerf guns. Whenever the day comes, I'm really going to expand one of my rooms or expand my office. I'm going to hang them up on the wall. I'm going to hang my Nerf guns on the wall along with my fake, samurai swords and stuff like that. But anyway, so finally, the basement is now organized. It's now clean. It's now more roomy. I was content and happy. Everything. We had this treadmill that's like 20 years old. And I looked at it, I was like, oh my God, why the hell we hold on to this? So I said, listen, I'm throwing it out. Then I had an old camera stand I haven't used in years. I don't know how long I haven't used it. So I grabbed that. And what else did I grab? I grabbed this old shoe rack. And I was like, we were finding stuff. We're like, what the hell? So this was the funny thing. All right, so I put the treadmill in the front yard. Then I put the old camera stand in the front yard, outside my yard, and the old shoe rack, everything in the front yard, right? And I was telling this yesterday to a comedic colleague yesterday, who was a very nice guy. I forgot his name, but he was good. He was really good. A very respectable man. I heard his stories. He was hearing my stories. I was telling him about I was cleaning my basement. So next thing you know, I put the stuff outside my yard, right? And I'm thinking, okay, so let me get more stuff. As soon as I come back out, it's gone. My neighbor was like, "Oh yeah, some guy in a car, like stopped real quick, grabbed it, and threw it in the back, and then he took off." It was like, does he know it's outside my property? It's okay, you know what I mean? He doesn't have to like rush it, like as if it's a bank robbery or something. He was like, "Yeah, I know, but it's like it's a common. It's all over the United States. It's okay. It's outside your property. You're fine." But my neighbor was like, dude, he was funny. He was like, look out, keep the car running. That's what he did. He threw it in the car and just took off. I was like, are you kidding me? Dude. And like what? He saw you, he freaked out or something. He's like, nah, I saw it through my window when I was ready to get out of my house. I was like, what? The way he described it, because he looked at it. He's like, you want to see it on the Ring camera? I was like, no, I don't. But he was like, no, Derek, it was like as if they were robbing a bank and they just jumped out, grabbed they grabbed the shoe rack and the camera stand. They grabbed that, threw it in the back seat and just took off. Like, go. Don't look back. Just keep going. Oh my God. It's like, people, listen, if it's outside the property, you're fine. Okay. I'm not going to call the cops. You're doing me a favor, basically grabbing the garbage, because I'm not going to wait till garbage day, And so the treadmill was still there. It's pretty heavy. It's an old treadmill. So I'm still grabbing more garbage and I'm still putting it in the front yard. Sorry about that. And all of a sudden I was like, okay. So last night I went to the comedy club and I did my open mic, hung out for a little while. Before I left, the treadmill was still there outside my yard. So I got into my car, drove to the club. It was like around maybe 6 o'clock. I left and, waited till 7. Show started. I was the first one. I did my 5 minutes and I hung out for a little while, Next thing you know, I talked to Selena, the comic writer, and also the woman that's in charge of the whole open mic. Very nice woman. And I was like around 8:15. I said, okay, well, did my time, and I wished all the comedians a good set. I got in my car, started to drive home. When I got back home, treadmill was gone. Like zoom, zip. And the first thing I kept saying was, wait a minute, do I have a zip sound? Hold on, let me see. What's this? No. Right, let me try zoom. Oh my God, I'm burping. Oh my Lord. Okay, here we go. All right, zoom. There we go. Zoom. Yeah, I do. It's like doom. Yeah, like that. Like that. I was like, holy crap. My neighbor didn't see it, but I saw the DoorDash camera. It was a guy in a van. Now, this guy he probably knew the law. He took his time. I was like, there you go. Dude, relax. It was an older gentleman. I saw the Ring camera that I have, and what happened. It was around, let me see, 7:45, 7:46. A van pulls up into my front yard, and a gentleman comes out, pretty big guy, and he takes his time. You know what I mean? Because he probably knows the law. If it's outside the person's property, all no holds barred. It's all, go get him, Took his time. You know what I mean? He lit up a cigarette. He smoked it. And I'm looking at the camera. I'm like, wow, okay. And then next thing you know, he opens up the back doors of his van, grabs the bike, and he decided to smoke again. I'm like, I'm gonna take my time. So he picks up the bike and puts it in the back seat. Now, this is what I liked about this guy. He took his time. He was cool about it, He knows nobody ain't gonna call the cops because the bike of an item that's outside a person's property. Now, had it been inside the property, that would have been an issue. Hey, Raphael, what's up, bud? Raphael is a fellow comedian that I worked with before. Very funny man. I'm so happy to have you here, buddy. Thank you so much for being here. I'm trying my best to have you as a guest, my friend. Maybe next time we'll work on something like that, bud. So next thing you know, he puts the bike in this van. He closes the door, not like slams the door. He closes the left side, then he closes the right side, and then all of a sudden he walks to the passenger side. Then like he grabs, I think it was a Gatorade or a Snapple bottle, takes a little sip, and then all of a sudden gets back in his car and takes off. All this approximate time that he took was like 12 minutes. I was like, damn. Anything else I put in my outside my property, I see people, even my neighbors tell me, dude, you know that stuff you left out there? Well, there was this guy in a car, like as if he was doing a bank robbery, or like as if he shot somebody. It was like a quick. I was like, go. I was like, quickly. And I was like, oh my God. People, listen. If you have junk and garbage, all right, and you put it outside the property, anybody sees something interesting, don't worry about it. They're not going to call the cops on you, dude. It's outside of property. It's garbage free. Let me tell you something. I grabbed something that was outside a person's yard. 2 things, okay? One was a snowboard. I have it. It's in my basement. I'm not a snowboarder. I'm not a professional snowboarder. I've tried it before. It's fun, but damn it, it hurts the legs. You know what I mean? It's sore. You may have to go back up the hill again? What the hell? I was like, oh my God. So I did it for a little while, but this is what happened, all right? One day, I'm in my car, and I'm driving through this very nice neighborhood, right? All of a sudden, it must have been garbage day, right? Because I see everybody's garbage outside, And all of a sudden, it's like I'm at a stop sign. In front of me, I see something sticking out, right? All of a sudden, I was like, oh, was that a snowboard? And it was a nice looking snowboard. I don't know if it was a pissed off girlfriend or boyfriend or ex, whatever, but I don't know. I'm not a Titleist by name. I don't know what it is. A Shinbuku 400, whatever. You know what I mean? The Stealth Bomber 48,000, the Piranha, whatever they gave these names of these snowboards. I looked at it and I was like, oh my God, that's probably a $800 snowboard. I pulled my car over. I get out. I know people, garbage picker. No, it's not garbage if you see something good and intact, and it was intact. Everything was there. The straps, it looked really clean, really shiny. And I said, wow, a snowboard. And it's for free. So, yes, I grabbed it, put it in the trunk of my car, right? And then this guy had more clean garbage. I was like, yo, this is what I saw. A nice looking desk. It was too big. I couldn't put it in my car. Next thing you know, I saw like tchotchkes. I'm trying to remember, but it was like really nice stuff. Then all of a sudden, one of the neighbors come out. Again, I wasn't afraid. I wasn't stealing. Again, it was outside the property. And the neighbor was pretty cool. He was like, yeah, he's throwing everything away, the guy. It's like, really? Why is he throwing this stuff that's like a shelf and a shoe rack? It was like these what is it, whiskey bottles and glasses that were still intact, All of a sudden, it was like more stuff I was seeing. It was like architect designed blueprints. Yeah, it was an architect table. That's what it was. I saw an architect, like those things in an angle. Very nice looking table. I was like, man, but it's too big. I couldn't put it in my car. And I'm looking around at everything that this guy was just throwing away, but it was too much. So this gentleman's neighbor, nobody was there at the house. I mean, but one of the neighbors come out. I wasn't afraid. I wasn't going to, you know what I mean? Because again, it's garbage outside the property, So I grabbed that snowboard and I'm looking at the other stuff. Like, ooh, this is nice. Ooh, that's nice too. Maybe he has a mink coat, a couple gold bars, Nah, didn't find that. And I was the only one there looking around. Now I was like, oh, great. Now they think I'm homeless, you know what I mean? Or I'm have a drug problem, So the neighbor comes out and he was a very nice gentleman. He was like, so I saw you saw the stuff. I was like, yeah. How could this guy throw away all this great looking stuff? And he was telling me that he was going through a lot. Him and his ex-wife cannot stand each other, and dude, they're divorced now. But every time they come over with the kids, it's yelling, it's pushing. And I was like, yeah, half this stuff is his, half his stuff is his ex's, and half his stuff that his ex bought him when they were together. He's like, I'm not gonna get in detail. I was like, let me guess, cheating, details. Like, dude, it was more than that. I was like, ooh, damn. But yeah, he just doesn't want to see. If he sells it, it's gonna take a long time. He has money, he doesn't need the money. So he just said, you know what? F it. I'm gonna put all this good garbage outside. Whoever wants it, take it. And the next thing you know, it was a snowboard, and then there was like these gun racks. What else did I see? I'm trying to remember, man. Jewel cases, like you hang your necklaces or your rings. I didn't get that crap. But it was all this nice stuff. I think again, the guy was probably an architect because I saw a lot of architect stuff. Blueprints. I should have taken those. Is that you were designing a building? Yeah, that's me. Yeah, I designed a building, and a bridge too. Check this one out. You know what I mean? Also, I'm designing a jet. You see that right there? I didn't unroll them, but I was like, damn, blueprints. It's so cool. Yeah, so I saw all that stuff there, and I was like, all right, hey, might as well take it. It's for free. So I took the snowboard, brought it home, grabbed like Clorox wipes, wiped the whole thing down. And then after that, I used it once, twice, and there were people like, "Hey, that's a nice Piranha Barracuda." I was like, "Really?" It's like, "Man, you must have used it a lot." And I was like, "How can you tell? Look at the bottom." I was like, "Oh." I was like, "I did." Again, I'm not a professional snowboarder, but those who were saw me with this thing. I was like, "Hey, you must have snowboard." Yes, I kind of lied. I'm sorry. The girls were hot. All right, so yeah, I'm a professional snowboarder. So did Mount St. Helens. Yeah, you know what I mean? I didn't need a helicopter. The helicopter needed me. You know what I mean? I know what I'm doing. The Olympics? Oh, please. You know what I mean? Oh, I embellished a little here, a little there. All right. I didn't want to look like a rookie. So, yeah, I tried it a couple times. There's this huge hill that everybody goes down. It's a big hill, It's not too far from my house, but every time it snows, everybody goes up there and there's snowboard, there's sleds, even the skiers go down there. So I tried it a couple times, and it is other hill. There's like 3 big hills in my area. The biggest one is in Willingboro, New Jersey. They believe it was by construction workers where they piled so much dirt that now it's like a natural hill now, where every snowfall, everybody goes there. Everybody. I'm not kidding. When snow comes down, I'll take a picture and a video, and I can post it. You see everybody there, from snowboarders to skiers to kids on their sleds and tubes. I'm like, oh my god. So yeah, and everybody's nice to each other. Everybody's cool. So I go there, and I'm like, all right. I said, oh man, I gotta walk up this thing. There's no like no cable cart to take you up there. You have to walk up there. That's the thing that sucks. It's like, damn it, they can't build stairs. Even an escalator. How about a bungee cord? You know what I mean? Just take me up like a fish reel. Nope. You got to walk up. And I did it 3 times, and I'm not doing that again. The next day, I was sore. Oh my god. Legs, knees, even my inner thighs. I was like, oh my lord. I was like, oh god, I can't move. It hurts. I was like, damn it, help me, somebody. So, and then the second time, this is other hill, not as big as the one in Willingboro, but it's average size. And again, I see kids there, and I went on that, and I did the best that I could. The only thing I couldn't do was like the 360 spin, not in the air, but like when you come down, then you turn to the side and you stop, because you really got to use your hips, your legs to do that. And I'm like, oh god, oh my lord. But I mean, when I see those snowboarders on those Winter Olympics, I'm like, oh my god, how do you guys do it? Is it bionics, genetics? Talk to me. Oh man. So I still have it. It's in my basement. And no, I'm not going to dig through it to show it to everybody. And some people are like, how come you're not getting rid of it? It's like, I have no idea. The thing is like, calling me to say, Jerry, don't throw me away. Come on, man. I got a home now. I thought, we're cool. I helped you out. You know what I mean? You were kicking game with those ladies. It's like, well, yeah, but they were professional snowboarders. I wasn't. I had to, throw in a line. I'm talking to a snowboard. I'm like, what the hell? Oh my God. So listen, don't be afraid if you see something that's cool. It's like garbage being thrown out. It's intact. It doesn't smell. It doesn't have mold on it. Yeah, grab it. You know. I mean, this guy had like I didn't want to get the whiskey bottles or the glass. You know what I mean? I was like, it was nice, very nice. Must have been crystal. I have no idea. I'm not a drinker, but I was like, maybe I could put some Kool-Aid or some Snapple in there. You know what I mean? I was like, then I'll probably, hey Jerry, you drink? Yeah, when I'm stressed. That's whiskey, you know? Yeah, my whiskey Snapple. Oh my God, man. So that's all. Then cleaning the basement, and then all of a sudden, there were leaves in my front yard. I listen, my neighbors are cool. They're super awesome. I love them. This is what I love about my neighborhood. All right. It's a predominant mix, black, Latinos and whites and Jewish, Muslims. It's a mix, not one race. This is what I love about my neighborhood. Right. But my neighborhood, when they see something active, not only do they have cameras in their phone, but they don't hesitate to call the police. That's what I love about my neighborhood. And that's why nobody that's like, oh, I'm a gangster. I know what the good, but no, try to do that in my neighborhood. The cops will come within 2 seconds. 0.21, you know what I mean? Whatever. And they would come and they come quick. And they're like, they don't F around, dude. And that's why my neighborhood is clean. That's why my neighborhood is safe, and everybody snitches. Okay. I was like, yeah, you think I'm going to serve time in jail for you? F you. Hell no. I'm dropping dime. Yeah. Yeah. That's what's great about my neighborhood. I'm not serving time. Listen, that's why people are like so afraid to call the police now. Oh, they're going to call me snitch. They're going to call me dead. No. I guess you want to go to jail. I guess you want to die. You know what I mean? I don't care what you think. That's why a lot of these neighborhoods in Philly and New York and Chicago, they're so scared, man. Don't be scared. If someone's threatening your life, your family, your neighborhood, call the cops, drop names, make a deal, whatever. I've been around my neighborhood for so long, dude. I've been around bad people all my life. I have been hung out with drug dealers, murderers. Yeah. Like one of them was, I got along very great. And the reason why, because we like sci-fi stuff. You know what I mean? And I'll get into that story some other time. But yeah, I hung around with dangerous people, man. People that would just drop you on a dime if you look at them wrong. But the thing is about my neighborhood was that at the time that people were afraid. And then all of a sudden, a little kid got stabbed. And that's when my neighborhood changed because it was starting to get worse. The gangster cancer was slowly starting to spread. But when that kid got stabbed on his way to school, there's a story to that, and I'm not going to get into it. All he did was just walking to school. He wasn't involved or affiliated with no gangs, no drugs, no nothing. He was just walking to school, and it took somebody that thought he was from another gang or from another neighborhood, whatever, stabbed him. He survived. He's still alive today. But next thing you know, they caught the guy. He's serving life without parole. But then that's when my neighborhood was like, okay, we're not going to be Philadelphia. We're not going to be New York. We're not going to be, no. I was young at the time. I can't remember much, but I remember everybody organized. And all of a sudden, the neighborhood started to clean up. Drug dealers were getting arrested. And 20 years later, they knocked down all these old houses. They rebuilt the whole neighborhood. It used to be called the Gardens. That's what it was called. And it was like the center for drug dealers to go there and sell their drugs and to transfer to Philadelphia, New York, and all the way to Chicago, and it was starting to become like Compton, you know what I mean? Like that bad in the areas of Chicago, north side of Chicago. But again, people got fed up, and they got tired of like being feared. Everybody stepped up. It was like a rally. Again, this was like 20, 30 years ago. All of a sudden, drug dealers were getting arrested. Crack houses were being knocked down. People were getting busted left and right. all of a sudden these drug lords were like, okay, we're not going to sell anything in the gardens because they're cracking down on everybody. We're going to find another neighborhood, and they did. You know what I mean? They moved on. So when they arrested everybody and everybody weren't afraid to snitch and drop names and point fingers, because, good and damn well, even the people that worked for these drug dealers, they were like, you think I'm going to serve 40 years for you? F you. That's the guy, officer. He was the one that sold the drugs and this and this. But you got to make a deal. I want witness protection. You know what I mean? Yeah, I ain't serving 40 years for you. F you, dude. Those were the smart guys. And all of a sudden, everybody was coming down. Everybody. It was kind of like the days when Giuliani took down the mob. But in my neighborhood, it was the whole neighborhood, and people spoke up. And all of a sudden, everything stopped. The drugs, the gangs, the fights. And I think it was early to mid 2000s. That's when they were like, okay, let's tear down all these houses. And they did. They bought the properties, they bought the land, and all of a sudden, all of these major like construction companies, they flattened everything, destroyed all the houses. The school that was there, they took down their fence. Everything was becoming safe. Now people can walk through there. They rebuilt it to these beautiful apartment buildings. It was at a time where it was like, damn, you can't even walk down there. I walked down there a lot because they knew me, they knew my brother, and they knew my cousin. So nobody effed with me or my brothers or my cousins or my little cousins. Yeah. Which is why today it's like anybody wants to, F around with me. I'm like, come on, let's do this, dude. You think you're a tough guy? I've hung out with men and I hung out with guys that would drop you, dude. Like they wouldn't even throw a fist. I'm not a gun. Listen, I love guns, but I'm not saying I would shoot somebody, but in self-defense, I would use, my hands or my words. But sometimes you get those guys that don't want to hear words, you know what I mean? But yeah, times have changed. Now that area is clean. There's new houses. They're still rebuilding, building more houses down there. They repaved the roads, and it looks beautiful now. They rebuilt the park. The school that was there, they took down their fence. And it's at a time where it's like, wow, it's good to go there. But yeah, but yesterday it was leaf blowing raking day. I hated that. Oh my God. Where's my sound effect, man? Hold up. Where's my let me see what's here. Blower. Do I have the blower sound? No. No. Yeah, what's this one? No, what the hell was that?
Do we have a problem?
What the hell is that? Wait a minute.
It sounds like a you problem.
What the? Oh, that's the one I was looking for. But it's too late now. Anyway, so I had leaves that my neighbors have. They have these trees, and every time fall, leaves come down, and it scatters everywhere through the other houses. But for some reason, the wind loves blowing all the leaves into my front yard. Next thing you know, I got a stack of leaves in the corner. I got these leaves behind my recycle and garbage cans. I was like, what the hell? So what did I do? I grabbed the rake. My brother took he wasn't feeling well, but he managed to like have enough energy to help. And so I grabbed the rakes, grabbed the blower, and next thing you know, we went to work. We started raking and we grabbed the brooms, and then we just started raking the areas where the leaves were just like, hey, this is our new home. You know what I mean? So we grabbed the leaves, we started raking and blowing. We're like, what the F, dude? And this is what it is. The wind was blowing east and west. We're like, oh my God. Like soon as we raked it forward, it started to come back. I'm like, no, we want to stay, man. Come on, brother. Well, it's like, yo, man, I don't want you on my property. Get off. So we started raking like crazy. Then all of a sudden, we came up with my idea when I used to work for my uncle in landscaping. And I told the story so many times. He goes, listen, don't put them in a bag and just don't even put them in a pile. This is what you do. So He's doing coke lines. We wasn't sniffing leaves, but that's how he would say it. Line up the leaves, line them up, line them up. Grab the lawnmower and just now it's mulch. Now just and that's what we did. I grabbed the lawnmower and I just said, you know what? This is the best way to get rid of leaves in your front and backyard. And that's what I did. I was like, oh my God, look at that. It's like confetti. Woo! And all of a sudden, all the leaves were blowing outside my yard. I helped my neighbor out a bit. You know what I mean? I grabbed the lawnmower again, getting all the leaves that was on the curb, on the fence, everything. Now, I'm not saying that now my front yard is immaculate because the leaves came back again, not the pile this time. It's like, 4 or 5, they came to the party late, But man, when you rake leaves, it's exhausting, dude. I'm like, I don't want to rake the leaves. The blower's better. You know what I mean? It's like, The problem with the blowers, like I said, the wind is like, no, man. We're blowing it back in. Leah Vanessa Tiger is back, my buddy. I'm about to leave soon, sweetheart. But you know what? Stick around, my love. So I managed to get everything done, raked everything, put it outside my yard, and it was like, oh my God. I just I gotta make plans to get a new blower and a vacuum, like the 2-in-1 thing. I gotta look into that because I got tired of just raking, then using the blower, and I was like, you know what? I'm getting the vacuum one. Oh my God! So as soon as that was done, I saw everything. It was like, oh my God, no more leaves. Then this morning I saw not a pile again, but it was like one of those. It was like, yo, man, where's everybody at? It's like, oh my God. That's what sucks about raking, man, and blowing. That's a bad term to use. You know what I mean? It's like, what the hell? Raking. There you go. I'm going to use the word raking. Oh, my God. What the hell's going on here? All right, give me 1 second, people. I'm monitoring something, and I hate monitoring. All right. I knew it. Okay. All right. Well, anyway. Ladies, oh, thank you, Leah Vanessa Tiger. Leah's my buddy. Yeah.
You're gonna get in trouble.
Oh my God, Leah, I'll tell you what. Next time I will invite you. But again, it's our language. You speak German, I speak English and Spanish and a little Portuguese, a little French. But yeah, I'm not saying I don't want you to have. You're awesome. You're always awesome every time you come on. But again, you speak Deutschland, German. Guten Tag, Frau. Yami, hello, how are you? So, yeah, I'll tell you what, I'll do what I can next time, okay? I'll get Google Translate ready, and that way, we can communicate back and forth, girl. All right? Yeah. You like that? Cool. All right. Well, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, rake the leaves as much as you like, because this is that time of year where as soon as you start raking, you're going to start shoveling because the snow is coming up north. Oh, my God. And I'll get into that tomorrow. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening for another episode of the Jerry Torres program. As I always say, I am an accomplished author. I have written a book entitled Chinese Food for Breakfast. You can find my book either on lulu.com, that is Lulu, or on Amazon Kindle. And it's an ebook. You can download the book, read the book anytime, anywhere, on your phone, tablet, or your laptop. And the book is only $4, people, so you're really not going to be breaking the bank. So download the book today and enjoy a good read. Chinese Food for Breakfast by Jerry Torres. Also, listen to my good friend Letice Mitchell's podcast show, Tice Talk. She's in the works of making a comeback. You can listen to her previous podcast shows on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, or on iHeartRadio. Her podcast show. Oh, no, I got to blow my nose again. Oh, my God. Her podcast show is about fun, family, dating, anything. She makes it hysterical on stage, and she also makes it hysterical on her podcast. So find Letice Mitchell's podcast show, Tice Talk.
It'll make your head spin.
Tice Talk with Letice Mitchell.
Get wrecked.
Tice Talk.
It'll knock your socks off.
Tice?
Real bad.
Also, listen to Gordo Bees. His new album is up right now. This is the type of hip hop that I love. Lyrics you can understand. It's like I compared his music to the Diggable Planets, De La Soul, and Tribe Called Quest. All three in one. It's real good music. You put your headsets on, just bop your head. It's about fun, family, relationships, and it's a great album. So find Gordo B on TikTok, Instagram, or on YouTube. You can download his new album, listen to any of his previous songs. You're gonna love him. I'm telling you, it's original music that we need. Listen to Gordo B. Again, it's spelled Gordo B is spelled Gordo, big letter B. And also listen to Funky Times. You can find Funky Times on TikTok, Instagram, or on YouTube. They know how to make music and make music right. It's the original music that we need nowadays. If you're interested in hiring them for a special event, find them on TikTok, Instagram, or on YouTube. Send them an email and you work things out with them. And I'm telling you, you won't regret it. So listen to Funky Times. Speaking of Funky Times, I use their music to close my podcast. 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, and 3. Anyway, damn it, it went fast. Anyway, thank you for listening to another episode of the Jerry Torres program. As I always say towards the end of my podcast, whatever religious figure you believe in, may you be blessed. I bid you all a fondue. I'll be back. So I ask you all, please don't go changing. I'm gone, get gone, and bye. Oh shit, that was quick. Sorry.
Powered by Riverside FM.
Limited time offer. No purchase necessary. Offer valid at participating locations. Void where prohibited. No animals were harmed during the production of this soundboard. Subject to change without notice. Side effects include dry mouth, occasional pig snort or two, sore stomach, teary eyes, itchy jaws, and whatever tingles well. Laughing heart.
You've just heard the Jerry Torres program on Spotify, YouTube Music, and on Riverside FM, as well as Spotify. You can subscribe to his podcast show on Spotify. Subscribe and listen to his previous podcast show, ladies and gentlemen. And also, always remember, ladies and gentlemen, that the Jerry Torres program has always been well known to bring magic to your heart, mind, and soul.